All right, good dawning, and welcome, guys, to another episode of Good Dawning. With my, I know it's the every fifth day episode of Good Dawning. So, welcome, guys, to a Thursday edition of Good Dawning with myself, Josh. I used to be Mr. Floyd. Don't know who that is anymore, but I'm Josh, and that's at least the name I was given when I was born. And so, welcome, guys. Grateful to see you all here, Scotty, Millie, Tina, Ben, Bacon Bits. No thanks to all to you. Yeah, YouTube is kind of a hit and miss with the notifications. I don't get too many. I haven't seen a TruthWave notification in a minute, and even the bells still totally rock there. So I don't get it. I don't get. Yeah, YouTube does what it does. But grateful, guys, to be here. We're waiting for the coffee to steep, and yeah, so it's like riding a bicycle, right? We haven't done good dunning in a moment. Tina, Bonnie, beautiful souls. Thank you. Today we're going to work with the Golden Healer. This is probably my favorite, one of my favorites here. I mean, obviously the clear quartz, but this guy is pretty stunning, and it's got all these druzy things going on. And where did we get this? I wonder. It's not like we sponsor, but Chloe's Crystals Shop. Hey, I said it right the first time. You guys say it slowly, right? Chloe's Crystals Shop. I use the coupon code Floyd, Floyd, capital Floyd, capital FAM, FAM, for your 15% off for already ridiculously low prices. But yeah, so all right, guys. Henny, welcome. Beautiful soul, Scotty Boy, and the Porch crew. Grateful to see you guys. It's grateful to be back here. The good dawning or lack thereof good dawning in the general dawning of every dawning day other than Saturday, Sunday. We're doing every day but Sunday. So we're gonna bring the we're gonna revamp, and we'll be back. But right now it's shoo. Universe is what I'm we got to live out there. We can't just right. So I'm working on it. Utilize that to get where I need to go. So we're doing stuff there, right? Wait, here we go. Hang on. Out there, right? And so by doing that and creating and such in the physical, then I can actually yeah. So we got to get out of here. So we work a lot, but you know what? That's all right. I am grateful to be doing so. To be as honest as I can here. Yeah, grateful for the opportunity, and it's kind of crazy when you really ground your universe. What I'm learning is a whole bunch of new stuff. Right, we're on like a new shift. Right. So yeah, what I learned is that if your intent, it's about a lot of it's about intention, right? Just salt and water, Tina. Spam is frying as we spam, spammity spam. But sir, I'll have the spam, and spam with a side of spam. There you go. Monty Python, little Monty Python for you. This dawning. There you go. But thank you, Scotty Boy. I haven't had spam in a while. Last time I had spam sushi. It was really good. Bacon and spam. There you go. But yeah. So what I'm learning is that the more I am right, and the more the song's stuck in my head. I am the warrior. I don't know why it's stuck in my head. I am the warrior. I am in that song. But yeah. But no, seriously, when you're out and about and start putting physical, right? Like the energy of push, like move, of do behind you, right? So when you start doing Viviani, hi. Congratulations, Viviani. If you didn't know, she did her solo. Han Solo. No, she went Han Solo on us and did a solo live last week. And if you haven't checked that out, please do so. And yeah, Viviani, love you, sister. Awesome stuff. So as more I do out there, the more the universe is like, let's go. And it's picking, it's matching. It's like really, it's Joe Dispenza in real life, right? So if you start putting these things in the real life, right? So as I, not that I'm not a YouTuber, right? I am a YouTuber for I will describe myself. I'm energy, right? I am energy, but in the flesh, in the 3D. I am 4D. I am a YouTuber as well, right? And so, but if I need to shift my universe, so as I do so, and I am more and more grounded into what's in front of me, right? The abilities what was given to me to make money. And crazy enough, the job literally ends at the end of December, right? So does my lease, right? So it's like, see ya. And then I don't have to quit the job; it'll quit me. It's just a contract job for 2 months. And so when you start merging and showing the universe, here we go. The proper thing I'm trying to say. You start merging yourself and the universe and your intentions, and it all starts to together and actually fall into some sort of physical place. Yeah, because the universe will match your intentions if you get off your Hillary Duff and start showing the universe like, all right, shifting gears, right? We're gonna turning the car. It's not the TV show Shifting Gears, but we're gonna turn the isn't that the one with Tim Allen there? But no, we're gonna turn the energy right into right into something totally different than what we were doing. Not that YouTube and what I was doing before wasn't a great energy, but it kept me in a comfortable space. It didn't shift me out. And so yeah, so learning, right? This is all about spiritual learning. And so now we're matching energies with the universe as things start to crank up, right? And so there we go. So we start getting things Friday, tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow is Friday. What do you know? Wait a minute. I start losing track of days here when Saturday's your Monday, right? And it's a 17. My last Saturday was like 15. I worked 16 hours last Saturday, 15 hours, 16 hours, I think. I don't know. You lose count after when it gets to be like 9 p.m. and you're like, well, Truthwave's long since been over, and I've been working since before Truthwave started, the original AM Truthwave. Like, whoa, wait a minute. But when you start matching those energies, what the universe handed me, and when you do it, and you do it with joy, not with complaining, you choose the energy you're going to center behind, right? And so when you do it with joy and gusto, even at the last door, it's like, all right, we have a goal. But you don't see it. I'm not seeing it as work. I'm seeing it as an ends to a means, right? It's a goal. And so, yeah, when you start doing those things, the universe will just be like, all right, let's give him some more of this, and give some more energy of this, and throw it at you. Hershey, good dawning. Buenos dias. So yeah, from an energetic standpoint, when you start to shift, the energies will, as long as you're not shifting to like become a criminal mastermind, the universe will not match your energies. If you're looking to plan a heist or something, you have to match your own energies there. I mean, generally speaking, it's not going to like put wind to your sail to go and then knock over an old lady on the street, right? Generally speaking. But if you're trying to do something to totally shift, especially if you're like what I'm learning even further is what I'm shifting into is a whole healing phase, right? And a whole different phase of energy. So, and shifting my universe out of just me, right? Because it's all just been me. But now recognizing that there has been others that I totally ignore. But either way, the universe will double down because if your intentions are to help somebody else heal as well as, because it's not just a two-way. It's the healing is not just for John. I mean, my mother she got to miss out on being right. So yeah. So in that aspect, it goes both ways, right? It's like innate, right? And so in that aspect, the universe is going to double down and help you even further because the grand intention here is to help her. As it goes just both ways, right? And so when you have good intentions, like I keep wanting to press it. I get the coffee here. I'm getting, but you got to let it steep for 8 minutes. So the longest 8 minutes of a coffee drinker's life is the moment, the 8 minutes you got to sit here and go, all right, come on, I want my coffee. All right, coffee. And you can't have your coffee. You can, but it'll just be coffee light, right? So if you don't want it as strong, but then if you want it ultra bitter, come back like in a half an hour, right? And you could do that too. But okay, Hershey. I'll be back. All right, thank you. Hershey will be back. But my age is showing this morning. I started calling my car I drove in college the Antichrist after I saw that movie. Which were we talking? Christine? Which movie are we talking about here? Damn that Coke bottle. The Coke bottle. Are we talking about the gods must be crazy? Is that the damn Coke bottle that you try to throw off the end of the earth? That You could not do so. The Holy Grail, top 10 best movies. Oh, totally. But, sir, you have no knees. I'll fight you anyways. I got you. But, sir, you have only one arm. I'll take you. Sir, this is getting ridiculous. You have no arms and no legs. Come here, I'll bite you. Come closer, let me bite you. Yeah, so, I've watched, spent a lot of teenage years escaping into, well, not escaping, but enjoying Monty Python. But, the nights that say neep. But, I always require shrubbery. If you want to come over, you got to bring shrubbery to cross into my land. So I don't own any land theoretically, but if I did, I would want shrubbery. I require shrubbery. But so there we go. We pressed the pot. So all right, let's drink some coffee if you have any. Here we go. The best part of waking up is not having Folgers in your cup, right? No, your coffee should not be made by Procter and Gamble. I'm sorry, I love you, but do not drink Folgers coffee. I mean, you can, but why would you? When it's like $1 less, maybe $2, like a better brand of coffee. Why would you drink Folgers? Maybe you like Folgers. I don't know. I have no judgment, but personally. But coming from Cincinnati and it's made by Procter, I wouldn't make by their coffee. Love the Black Knight. Ran quite a few chaotic suicidal characters in Dungeons and Dragons. See, we got to know what the D&D is, right? After that movie as well. Nice. Josh, I don't know why you don't pursue voice acting. I've heard that before. I could do a couple of voices here. I'd probably get kicked off of YouTube. I do a very good Indian accent, but because it's YouTube and because it can be, I'm not saying it is. And I go all the way back to, thank you, Victor. What is it? Short Circuit. Remember the Indian sidekick in Short Circuit? I will do this. When he pulls up and he's like, "Have you seen the robot?" And Steve Guttenberg is driving around. And now, if you want a fun movie, you can watch Steve Guttenberg's first movie. Right, his first movie is the movie about the history of guys who sing the Village People. Right, so he's the guy. He's the head guy in the Village People movie. I don't know. Somehow we ended up back in the day, right? As a joke, we watched and so and then so Steve Guttenberg's first movie is the history or the story of the Village People. There you go, right? The spectacular band that But Indian guy in Short Circuit when Steve Guttenberg pulls up in the truck, right, and he's looking for Johnny Five, right? Johnny Five is alive, right? That guy. I'm alive, Johnny Five. But no, he pulls up and goes, "Hello, honey, what is for dinner?" The Indian guy, "Hello, honey, what is for dinner?" And I must have said that 10,000 times. Literally watching the movie, I would rewind and pause and 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 rewind and pause until I got that accent to the teeth. I don't know why. And then for like 3 years, I insensitively ran around talking like an Indian, generally everywhere, even in school. And at the time, it wasn't considered, and like you wouldn't do that now, right? Because it could be considered insensitive. Although I did find a really funny YouTube video about this guy who was and it found me, right? It's like Indian Christmas carols. So it's jingle bells, they're right. You get it. Hilarious. If you get a chance to find that. I am not going to sing the whole song. I could, but so thank you, Victor. But so we could do the show in Kermit. It's not easy being awake, watching stupidity out in public every day, coughing at chemtrails and all these things, laughing at politics and games. It's not easy being awake. Hey-hoo. But so we could do that too, right? But no disassemble. No, disassemble, Stephanie. No, disassemble, Stephanie. Yeah, we've watched way too much Johnny Five. We had a cable. Okay, so back in the day, right? We had a cable descrambler. So when movies and like Johnny Five, like the original Short Circuit, we go back, right? Not two. Short Circuit 2. Short Circuit. Yeah. Anytime they try to make a 2 out of something, generally like that, like it don't generally. Short Circuit 2, the grab for more money, right? Hopefully that's not Spaceballs 2, which they're doing right now. Spaceballs 2, the grab for more money. Oi, ha, thank you. We're using the Schwartz to take it out of your wallet. Right? But no, we don't care about the content. No, but exactly. But no, I kind of lost where I was. But yeah, so Johnny Five. So we had a cable descrambler. Underneath, we had this RCA TV, this big freaking behemoth TV on a stand, and then it had a wooden box underneath. I always wondered, and then two holes in the back and wires coming in. And I always wonder what was on the box. It was back before digital cable, right? It was an analog descrambler, and so we, aside from the Playboy channel, we got all the pay-per-views, and so I was able to watch Johnny Five before it hit HBO, like 55,000 times, right? Like European, this will time frame it. European Vacation when it came out on pay-per-view. Yeah, I saw that probably like 85 times. I probably went around the circle, went around, look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament, look, kids, big. I probably went around the circle just as much as they did watching the movie, right? So yeah, as a kid though, that was pretty cool. But so yeah, that's where I learned my accents, was watching Johnny Five. Specifically trying to capture the Indian guy, and we successfully did. But yeah, you don't want to be that guy anymore. But if Josh ever realized his true powers, he'd be taking over the universe. And I'm not kidding. He-Man Masters. What am I like? He-Man Master of the universe. Right? I have my own. Do you have your own Castle Grayskull? I'd rather have my own Zewa personally than my own Castle Grayskull, right? But if you're the master of your own universe, you either have a Castle Grayskull of your own, right? Or you find your own personal Zewa. There you go. Say that 5 times fast. But grateful you didn't have to escape from Shawshank to find it, right? There you go. I know, right? But thank you, Henny. I'm beginning to realize, but I don't know anything. But that's what keeps me humble and grateful, right? I don't know. But yeah, as I work outside of myself and just allow the universe and do some stuff in the physical, right? And we heal the divine feminine, we merge the divine masculine, and we create something. It's called me getting out of town, moving to see my mother, right? No car at 70, and I'm not letting that happen. No. If you want to anybody want to donate a car to my 77-year-old mother, I'd be eternally grateful. But we're not letting her figure out ways to do. No, thank you. That's not the kind of energy I want to be, as a son. So, all right. So, the Scrambler. Yeah, we had every channel: HBO Max, HBO. That was when they had HBO East and HBO West. That was it. So they would. I don't know what they did with Mountain Time. I guess. Mountain Time must have been in the West, but yeah, so HBO East and HBO West. So, and that would be Central Time and East Coast, and then Mountain and West Coast. There you go. And if you're in Alaska, I don't know what you did, but or Hawaii for that matter. But I think they had their own deal. But, Millie, I will never forget the fact that we are all together because of Jack. Oh, Annie, grateful for all you guys. And whoever said the Warrior song, it's, somebody, I've been stuck in my head for days, but now somebody mentioned on here too, outside of me. That's stuck in my head. All right, so let's see what we've got here from Kuan Yin. And we haven't channeled Kuan Yin in a moment, but if you ever feel grace in your like all of a sudden you feel like, whoa, I feel this is like peace and grace, like something opened up. Could be Kuan Yin. She is the divine when it comes to like grace, and we're not talking grace, Australian grace, right? No, favor. And favor to her move, right? It's not even a move, that's an adventure. It's like, how do you get your stuff over there? It'd be like, yeah, we'll get it over there. It'd be like 8 months by boat. We have to get it via Tanzania, and we got to fuel the boat, and then it's got to go here. I mean, it's just insane. It's like, there's my coffee table, like 6 months later. I mean, it's like if you move to Hawaii, and Victor could state this, and you got to ship your car and all this stuff, and it's not like you can just take your car and I'm gonna drive it over to California, right? It's got to get you have to ship your car by boat But then, I mean, could you imagine? And it's like, or everything on the island, right? It's an island, unless it's made there. It's like, well, it'll be here by boat, and it just left the land, so you got to like 3 weeks. And it's, what the? Scotty Boy know that too. But yeah, so special order by Airmail Express, right? Oy. But yeah, I guess favor Grace. So that's a hell of a move when you think about picking up and moving from the United States to Australia. It's like, wow. Do you just abandon? I mean, is it cheaper just to like? Well, we don't need Grandma's credenza. It's with the $6,000 and $10,000 to ship everything. We'll just leave all this. Do you just buy new in Australia? Or do you ship it? All right, so let's see what we've got here. Let's see what that's the card. I don't know why. Watch. All right, the Lotus Throne. So let's see what Kuan Yin has to tell us today. And so if you walk around, if you're out and about and you've got a situation, what I've noticed is if you have a sitch, right, like something's going on in your universe, and you really just want some peace out of it, and you find all of a sudden it's like, whoa, and you just get this graceful clarity. You might want to thank Kuan Yin. You may. She may have come into your universe. These energies are real. They do know how to bifurcate themselves quite well, and they do sit around here. Literally, their job is to help us. So yeah, the Lotus Throne. It takes courage. Let's read. We'll read this like. It takes courage to treat your inner light to ascend the throne of your inner spiritual authority, especially if the light of others around you seems more powerful than your own at times. You are being asked to trust that the light within above all. Or you're asked to trust the light within above all. Have faith in your own heart. Know that the divine dwells within, is with you always. There you go. So yeah, trust your inner light. So even in the light of others there, trust your light. Don't worry about anybody else's light, because their light's going to be on them, right? It's your light. Let it shine, right? So trust your inner light. And if you don't trust your inner light, then ask your guides. Ask your family to stand with you in your light, right? Not don't give it away, but stand with me, please, if you don't mind. Share the light, right? But, you want to trust your inner light, then share your light, right? Help somebody else who has a dimmer light than yours find brighter light. That's how you do this. But it's not like she grew up in the States. Grandma's credenza was always in Australia. Well, this is true, unless she shipped it, because you had to go from one to the other. Are you hauling stuff? Here's the question: are you taking furniture that you took from Australia when you originally lived back to America, and then back to Australia? So it's made the boat both ways. I don't know. Yes, we branched off of Michael Rue. Oh, I miss Rue. I used to, whenever back in the day when I watch Michael in a minute, because a lot of those shows for a while became, and maybe I'll check it out now, but a lot of those shows became fear. I mean, all those titles for a while were like fear, and I wasn't playing, but I do miss hot coffee. I do miss Rue. I used to title the show "A Man and His Rooster." A man and his rooster. What more could you want, right? Adam to Josh. Hearts felt more with Josh and all, but doesn't matter. It's the beauty that has occurred. However, and I am thinking, okay, thank you. Love you guys. A king accidentally popped up in there. There we go. Hot coffee get you off guard. All right, so this is we'll show the book because the ink press must have been off that day, or maybe it's a lack of humidity here. I have no idea, but it's the Dimas deck. So this is the Dimas Oracle deck by right. So welcome to the Dimas Oracle. No, this is not what it is. It's the Divine Masters Oracle deck. But yeah, the inking got a little shamired. Shamir Shlamazel Hassan Theft Incorporated. So there we go. The Divine. But we did order. Speaking of decks, right? We did order 2 new decks. So the good next night. I mean, whenever they show up, Sunday. I think I don't have Prime anymore because yeah, no they're not optimisting my Prime, but But yeah, so I gotta wait till Sunday live at the color, right? So, but yeah, so when no, we're not monster truck rally here, but lunes a viernes, sábado a domingo, right? Do you ever guys watch Telemundo? It's like sábado a domingo. It's always gotta go to like, domingo. But yeah, no. So yeah, Sunday they should be here. But I got a numbers deck, so we're gonna play with some numbers. I am a numbers guy with angels, and I play license plates and numbers and such out there all the time. It's fun, right? And so we're gonna use the numbers deck, and I got a healing inner child healing deck because that's where I'm at, right? And so healing the inner child, right? And that's helping. We can use that on the pattern show, which will be live today, not tomorrow, but live at 10:30. So which is like 11:30 or 12:30 East Coast. Um, I know other people may be live as well, but I'll be on with Hershey. So if you want to care to swing by and say hi, we can give you a reading on your patterns, right? And, so yeah, we'll use the patterns of numbers to see where you're at. I love patterns, right? And we will use the inner child healing deck for sure next Thursday, without question, to see what it is. If it points to what's needing to be healed, then you can see where you're fractured, right? I love Kuan Yin. I think I have the pocket deck and wild Kuan Yin deck. Love them. The wild Kuan Yin deck. I have to check into that for sure. Scotty boy, what happened to you? You said you missed it. KD, uh, some have seen them get sick, so it's different for all, but not always happy when you choose loved ones, yet despise us. There, send love regardless. Yeah, well, exactly, absolutely. All of life is patterns. This is Scotty's hit it right on. If you once you step, you got to do the step back. That when you're in it, when you're walled in the box, like when you're living your deepest trauma pattern, which like if you rewind my universe, like we rewind it backwards. Right, and keep going backwards for like 6 years. Then deepest in my trauma patterns before I even knew that was a trauma pattern. Right, absolutely, everything is pattern, Scotty. Fire, which is correct. But yeah, so you got to take that higher approach and stand above your universe. But when you're in the deepest of something, sometimes people point it out to you, like they did to me, like, dude, why are you so walled off? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was, but surprise, 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 surprise. Right? Golly. Right? Give me my chicken. I want my chicken. Yeah, no, Victor's got me all set off here. All right, when you recognize them, you can overcome it. Exactly. Yeah, it's literally. So yeah, so now we've taken the approach of this is always fun, right? Because what happens is once you once you recognize that the patterns that you've been in and start seeing these things, right? Then you have to start, parentaling yourself. This is where it gets fun, right? So this is the next phase, right? No, we don't want to do that. We don't need to do that no more. That's okay. We can, that's okay. We're not going to, we need to think that anymore, right? You have to start now realizing that a lot of who you've been is just patterns, right? Like, oh, I do this to soothe trauma because right, whatever it is. And so it's like, wait, patterns. So yeah, now it's like literally parenting myself. Like literally pizza for dinner. No, it's probably not the best idea since you had pizza 3 days ago, Josh. No, let's be a little better off. Those, yeah, right. So yeah, when you start doing those things, because that's where you have to get to that level at some point, right? That's you reparent yourself because we'll let my mother espouse wisdom, but yeah, I mean, in the moment to moment, now I have to reparent myself, right? But you get the idea. Yeah, my spelling sucks. Yeah, Scotty boy, just join me in saying, gratefully, I'm a product of the spell check generation, right? Hey, you gave me spell check, I stopped learning how to spell, right? But that's the dangerous part, though. If you can't spell, spell SPEL, then you can't cast any. Correct. Speaking of casting spells, watch this. All right. So I've had this download be a few times here, right? The universe always sends you the message, and then it'll send you the message, then it'll send you the message, and then it'll slam the message. But yeah, but no, okay, you get the idea, right? But so yeah, so I've always been told to start doing things of this nature, and then this was like 2 years ago. I got it. I'm like, wait a minute. So I put this in my cart 2 years ago. This book's from like 2020. So I put this book in my cart not in 2020. It was manufactured, like written, and came to life, right? From the no D, from the divine feminine into the divine masculine, right? Into the divine masculine. There we go. But moon magic. So yeah, so we are going to start working. So we bought, and how many times have I said I need to get new cards, right? You see, all of that's starting to shift. If you've noticed, the needs become the I haves, right? Because I am out there. Are you seeing the pattern is shifting? What you talking about, Willis? The pattern shifts when you start getting up and start doing, right? So if you start doing generally almost anything that you need to be doing in whatever it is, and you start doing and you start reorganizing your universe into the doing universe, right? And not the sitting universe. Are you with me? I think you guys are with me. I think you're picking this. Then as you start doing things that you've wanted to do, I should intended, like I need new decks. And how much are new decks? $15, $20? Honestly, a little bit more than a chai latte, right? But yeah, how many years you saw me? I need a new deck, right? How many for a year? You saw me sit there and go, I could use a new deck, right? And I never bought one. Now that we're out and about out there, yeah, you just buy the deck. The energy shifted. We finally got the moon magic. So here we go. We'll see what we got here. Ooh, and we had Jared's fire homa last night. I was in the chat as best I could be, or in there as best I could be. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of basic, but I got to start somewhere, right? I don't have like a. Would you like to join me in teaching me using the moon for magic? Come by Colorado. I would be happy to. Yeah, basics. We got rose quartz and Himalayan sea salt. But then we do have other things in the back, like spells. So we can cast some spells, right? Spelling is important when you're casting spells, right? So yeah, so we are now into a new doing phase, right? So how many years did I not do anything? Well, not many, 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 many years. I didn't do anything, and all it takes, and this is and hopefully I'm not preaching to the choir here, but what I'm getting at is hopefully some spark pops off here for somebody. But if you've been contemplating doing something, whatever it is, as you start doing it and cranking it up, right? The dervishing machine, right? As you start firing up the machine, then you'll start doing more, and more will come in, and it's a perpetual motion sort of universe, right? So once you start putting perpetual in the motion, amazing things happen. So let's see what we get though with these cards. We have not yet pulled the cards. I'm dropping the cards back in the box, but that's a problem. We've always seemed to need more. Once we get what we need, boom, it's replaced with. No, it's not a problem. What's happening is you're expanding. You can see that as, oh, have more needs, or wow, I've generated a larger universe. I used to see it that way too, Scotty, but I want to see things in a more, like the spiritual axiom of having money or not, right? It's like, well, if I have money, then I have more choice, then I can be more helpful. Then I can get a laptop, right? And if I get a new laptop, then I can start the secondary project I'd like to do. But with my old laptop, trying to crunch video, it thermals out, right? So because it's old, and it overheats because it's only 2-core process. It's old, and so yeah. So in that aspect, having money could shift money, right? And so when you see these spiritual, as you start becoming this machine, yeah, you're bringing more in. You get bigger. It's like you get bigger. It's like, ooh, it starts to, and as you can feel that, as I feel that, it's amazing. Because I'm starting to see that I am, and I can create. And I was always just trapped by my own disbeliefs of my own self. There we go. That actually makes a lot of sense. My own disbeliefs of my own self, right? Um, Seeing is disbelieving, right? There you go. All right, so we got the Divine Masters deck. We'll take the bottom card as the energy of today. And then the top three, un, dos, and tres, right? Top three cards of mo money. No, it does not. Mo money equals mo options. What do you see? What if one day you flipped on Good Dawning, right? And I said, live from Tahiti. Good Dawning with Josh. I have more money, so I have more options, right? It's on how you want to see it. Live from the Bahamas. Good Dawning. Live from Carnival Cruise Line, right? So, but you get the idea. More options, right? Live from helping somebody out. And, I don't know, right? But whatever. Read the rest of, okay. More money equals more problems. Sure, more opportunities too. It's absolutely, yeah, duality. But does it have to equal more problems? Actually, more money in my universe right now would eliminate a few of my, would eliminate a few things, and they're not problems. Everything in my universe, I'm not seeing things as problems. Everything in my is an opportunity, right? It's like a puzzle. You see this game. It's a game, right? So how do we get Waldo from here, point A to point B, right? Let's move Waldo. And so, yeah, we see it as a game. It's a lot easier. But yeah, the duality is there because we live in a dual state. It's what are you grounding into, though? But that's a good point. That's a really good point, Scotty. Do you have any moon decks, Josh? Yes, I do. Hang on. Walking to the decks, which are just like right here. As you can tell, my apartment is really, really big. Walking back to the table, there's the moon deck. That was a real far walk. But yes, the full moon. Here, I'll show you real quick. I already pulled the Divine Masters, but we can use this guy in another time. Full Moon Oracle with foil. I got this from Winter Wolf Tarot. I won it off her channel. But yeah, it talks about the quarters of the last. That's better. Upside down and backwards. Right? Last quarter moon maturity. So yeah, it works with the moon phases as well. And so here we'll just pull one for today's energy. Wow. Today's energy is illuminate the darkness, right? Remember what movie was that? Demolition Man. Illuminate. Deluminate. We thought that was a big deal, right? He was like, wow, how did Wesley Snipes turn the lights, make the lights say illuminate and nowadays it's like, Alexa, turn your lights off. Alexa, turn the lights on. Illuminate, deluminate. So yeah, so illuminate the dark. So today's card is showing energy into the dark. This is it's the last quarter moon, and so it's talking about shadow work. All right, Hershey, you still there? Shadow work. Speaking of which, in an hour, I'll go live with Hershey to do shadow work with all y'all if you want to join in. And then so it's also talking here fire. So it also works with the earth elements, fire. But so yeah, this is my only moon deck. Full Moon Oracle as gifted to me, but there'll be another deck or two. Right now, I don't know. The numbers called to me because I work with the numbers tremendously. That they work with me. Let's put it that way. Oh yeah, you should see some of the combos I get. It's like all day long, like, oh, 333. Here comes a 444. Oh, look, there's a 555. Hi, 666. It's like, what are you? All right. Oh, look, 123 is pulling up. Where are we going? Let's move forward. Like I set my alarm today at 7:37, right? Why? Because I want to ask the universe when I wake up, okay, where are we going today? Right? 7:37, airplane. It's all numbers. So if you start, and 73 is my number, right? So that's the other reason. 73 is a number for me. It's your birth month, the first number of your birth month, and then the last number of your birth year, which equals my birth year. So there we go. But you're a shining star, no matter who you are. All right, so today's card is Lakshmi and Ganesh. Go figure, right? Om Gam Gamma Pati Namaha. Join me, guys. All right, so for Lakshmi, or for Ganesh, it's Om Gam Gamma Patayi Namaha. If you want to join me real quick, if Henny's still here, Om Gam Gamma Patayi Namaha. 108 times, guys. But yeah, so that's the basic Hi Ganesh is Om Gam Gamma Patayi Namaha. There you go. Now I'm jamming in my head. So Lakshmi and Ganesh, prosperity vibration. And I was talking about the vibration that you gain from starting to do in your universe, right? When you get off the Hillary Duff and you decide that you want to start engaging the divine masculine, and once you start doing so, it's amazing what starts driving its way into your universe. People, things, situations, what have not, right? Ganesh, Krista's one. Ganesh is Ganesh and I have a history. So, and I did Ganesh yesterday. It's a fatter of Mac, and so now Ganesh replied. So yeah, and I haven't done Ganesh in a few moments because I've really just been grounding in. All right, let's go to work. Home. We want to go home, right? You can't go back home. Home's here, but you get the idea. Mary Jean, you have that. Ah, welcome. This deck is amazing, is it not? So you are attracting wealth, health, wealth, and happiness, but you can attract it. Why? Because you already are the health, wealth, and happiness you've been looking for. And by standing in that frame, then you're just going to call it in the dance around you. Learning a few things as we get up and start moving here that you can't truly learn until you start seeing movement in your universe, right? So as people get off the couch, right? The divine director, trust the process. Man, fire. That's where I'm at, right? I'm putting the feet don't fail me now, right? But yeah, if you know the song "Feet Don't Fail Me Now," right? Trust the process. There you go. I'm old school. Create space for divine order to unfold. So we're grounding into Lakshmi and Ganesh. Start with Ganesh, and then Lakshmi will come when she's ready. Usually a couple of weeks, not too far after. Could be the next day, but Lakshmi will enter your frame, and you'll know it because you'll start seeing Lakshmi around. So trust the process, right? Remember, you don't. I'm not directing this show. If I was directing the show, I'd lose my mind because I don't know. I'm just walking into the dark, but with the light, right? Fun stuff, but. Mary Jean, welcome, Divine Starseed. All right, so Baba G's here as well. Mahavatar, but just call him Baba G. Jeez, pizza. Baba G. We all know Baba G too. So spiritual awakening. So in order to trust the process, generally you can't trust the process unless you're somewhat spiritual, because you have to realize the two are combined, right? So interconnectedness and understanding the inner working. So and trusting, hi Kay, trusting that process. And then finally, and we've worked with this character as well here, this energy. We're all characters, right? If you realize where we are, a character wasn't a bad thing to state. I'll leave that alone. El Mora, yeah, you're playing the character, right? So Mary Jean's a character, and Kay's a character, and I'm a character called Josh, right? I'm just source in character form as Josh. That's some fun stuff, right? But once you start to separate yourself from and realize, again, it's all the second hand, not the when you after the it's the doing when you finally get up and after you've been sitting, right? It's a different kind of doing, guys. El Moira, right? El Moira. Here we go. So spiritual force field. You are your own spiritual force field. Somebody, good friend of mine, reminded me that when I'm doing the Red Bull, right? I'm stocking fridges, carry a better energy, because again, all of us who are half aware and stepping out of the trauma, which is all we're doing, is peeling off that trauma layer so that we can find the vibration of who we really are, right? So as we peel off that trauma layer and step into who we really are, which is just energy, as I'm going into these grocery stores and Walmarts and what Hoogies and what's it's Walmarts and Targets and the such, that I'm carrying that energy, right? Everybody's dragging themselves through the store, but I'm the bouncy guy from Red Bull, and no, I give myself wings. I'm not letting the Red Bull give me wings, because probably not the healthiest thing to do. But so yeah, protective light is surrounding you. You are safe. So but you're always safe if you realize where you are on planet Earth. That no matter what happens, it's a game, right? I mean, you may have to go through some holy physicals, right? You may feel it, but or something may happen and you have to go but it's just a living game, right? So you made this decision, this happened, and then there you go. The universe doesn't care about the product. It only recognizes the joy pretty much. It recognizes the effort that you put in, the energy. So what the universe and what I'm learning, it took me a minute, damn it, to get back to this energy. I had it when I hitchhiked and I didn't realize it because it's like inertia, right? You get to, do you know like the inertia theory and all that? So it's like an object at rest tends to stay at rest, right? You with me? So an object that like myself, an object that watched YouTube 16 hours a day tended to stay at rest and not find anything going on. I'd get up and it's the same day. I live Groundhog's Day, right? And so an object at rest tends to stay at rest. An object in motion tends to do what? What's it do? It stays in motion, right? So if I get off my... Hi, Viviani went live. There we go. So if I get off... Amazing that she went live by herself. Fantastic. So make sure to swing by and tell her how awesome that is, right? It takes a chutzpah, big quejones, to go live on YouTube by yourself. But gratefully, though, if you really flubber it, you can like just delete the video. But no, the inertia that you gain from getting up and moving forward, exactly. Scotty boy, I love you. Yeah, so as you start cranking that, like we were talking about the thing. All right, here we go. Saint Germain, we are grateful that you are here and just dropped into a perfect point to channel from, right? So we are going to talk about being that dervishing energy, but how are you focusing it, right? So what he was about to say, and we are grateful we are channeling through Josh for you today, right? And it has been a moment, but we understand, right? Because we put a path in front of him. Are you seeing what we are doing? For him, for you, for your universe, right? We dropped a path in front of Josh. The path was the energy for him to maintain his universe, to create the universe he is looking for. We are going to see, right? What is your commitment? Will you get up at 5 a.m. to go to work? 5:30, right? Will you generally get there on time? Will you do the job or will you fall apart? This is a test, right? A test of your universal system. This is only a test, right? So in your universe, what is testing you? What is coming in? Are you starting to see the energy shifting, right? As you are looking to create change in your universe, the change has to come from the willingness in yourself to create a new universe, to move, to get off your Hillary Duff, to step forward in frame, to step forward in your universe, and to step forward in your actions, right? Are you in understanding? I think you are, right? So ask yourself, am I moving forward or am I still here, right? Where am I in my universe? What am I looking for and what am I trying to create? If you are trying to create a better day, a better life, a better universe, a better self, if you are still sitting on your Hillary Duff, right? If you are still sitting on the couch, you are still not getting up, right? That is the point. You have to do different than what you have done before. And for Josh, right, getting up at 5:30, he has done that, so we tested him. Remember, the good dawning was 6 a.m., right? You remember that. Everything is practice, right? Everything is patterns, and everything is happening for you. So we get him off his Hillary Duff and have him do good dawning early. Now he is getting to work at the same time, right? Are you in understanding? Do you see the test, right? The energies we place in front of you are always going to be the energies that generally you need for yourself to grow forward, right? Are you seeing? He is getting up. He is moving forward. So we are seeing the prosperity vibration, right? Making the hay while the sun is shining, right? He's not directed the play. He has understood out of the tons of stuff that he has applied to that this was supposed to be the job, right? Because this is where he is at. He is not directing. The divine director is the universe. You are placing your order for a better life, right? What do I want to see in my world? What do I want in my universe? So you are the energy that orders it up, right? But you also have to be the energy that creates it as well in fashion. When we put these steps in front of your universe, when we put the tools for you in front of your universe, when we put the love for you in front of your universe, are you going to step into it? Or are you going to continue to sit in your broken feminine, sit in your Hillary Duff? These are the questions we have to ask ourselves. When the universe reaches out, are you grabbing the call, right? And are you allowing the energies to match your needs? Lots of us will not even state our needs, so the universe cannot help to match those energies. But if you are sincere, as you are seeing, as Josh is seeing in his universe, about wanting to create something, we are going to give you all of the tools. It's your job to ground into them as he is doing, right? It is your job to take the opportunities to grab that come in front of you to create the universe that you are looking for. Saint Germain is understanding a lot of, we are just energy, right? So we are an understanding that if you are just have not been pushing forward, if you have been sitting in the trauma, clearing the energies, feeling the pain, there is a time and a place for that. But if you are needing to pay bills, or you are needing to get food in your ready fridge, right? Ready food, right? If you are needing to purchase coffee, for example, you have no money for coffee. We are going to create a situation, if you grab it or not, where you could end up with money for coffee, right? You are creating the need. If you are telling your universe, I need to fulfill this need for coffee, there will be a way to do so for you. The pattern, the universe will open up that path for you if you allow to stand into it, right? That is the question for yourself today. Saint Germain wants you to understand who you are and what you really are as far as energy goes, right? When you stand in frame, when you stand in the who of what you are, when you stand in the energies of love, the energies of peace, the energies of you, state your needs to the universe and are willing to get tough, do what it takes, right? Be it your job, be it maybe helping a friend who will give you a pound of coffee. Maybe it is getting to know the coffee roaster in town. Whatever it is that you are doing, you will obtain your coffee if you trust your universe. The universe, there's an endless amount of coffee. Think about this a moment. How much coffee can there really be? How many stores are there on planet Earth? 1 billion? Stores, right? How many grocery stores are there on planet Earth? Every grocery store has coffee. Where are they growing all that coffee? You ever think about that? We leave that alone. You live in a plentiful universe. Sometimes it's magically plentiful, right? Every store has Folgers. Everywhere in the planet might have Folgers in some fashion. It may look a little different, but it's still Folgers, right? So what we are getting at is you are in that universe of abundance. You can go from South Carolina to Washington State to Alaska and see the same Folgers, right? In every store, even 7-Eleven, right? How is that? Everywhere. They must be making Folgers 24/7, 365, right? No, they aren't even doing that, and it is still everywhere. You can understand the plenty that your universe provides, that you will never run out of Folgers, right? Understand where you are, who you are, and where you live. Understand your energies, and if you get up and start directing the play a little bit, just a little, we aren't asking you to be the grand director. We are. The universe grand directs the play, but we are asking you to put together some sort of script and start standing up and saying, I want this to happen, and let's make it happen, right? The energies will come in behind you. They will give you the wind to your sail. They will push you forward. You will create your universe. Or not, if you choose to sit. If you are an understanding of this, good for you, because as you will see, as your groundhog universes, a lot of you have. For Josh, he had the groundhog universe, wishing for a change, but not having anything happen, right? Are you in understanding? Releasing transmission. Oof. All right, so that kind of fell into play here with the channeling with the cards here. So Lakshmi and Ganesh, the divine director, let the money flow with Lakshmi and Ganesh. Let the universe direct the show. Just keep on walking forward and allow it to happen and do what you need to do and stand strong in your energy. Whew, that was pretty powerful there. All right, thank you there, Saint Germain. Oof, energy. So yeah, so all right, so that we're pretty much eating up here. Wow. Thank you, Scotty Boy. Be open-minded enough to recognize the situation that presents the opportunity, without question. Without question. Yes, a lot of us are not. And if we're not directing the show, then the opportunity could come in ways you never even. So we could use the I am, right? I am open to all opportunities. So let's do that real quick. Great deal there, Scotty. I resonate with the cards and the message. Awesome, Bonnie. Beautiful. So yeah, let's take a moment here. Let's take a deep breath, guys. We're going to kind of crank this up here so we can crank it out because people are going to be going live shortly, like Viviani and butterfly readings and such. So we love you, Linda. So Jimena, love you. And we love you, Jimena. Thank you. Thank you for being you. You are a unique and amazing soul, and I am grateful to know you and grateful to call you a friend. Thank you. Love you. All right. Take a deep breath. Breathe in and release. Breathe in and release. And take another breath. And release. That's the great thing is a lot of you guys, you know that I may not be on YouTube, but when I'm there, I'm going to try to be there. And it's great. And always treat it. And that's what grateful, guys. Thank you. That's all right. So we're going to work with the I am real quick to go back to what Scotty Boy had said there. Be open-minded to recognize the situation that presents the opportunity. I didn't let that slide by. So join me, guys, in the little I am. Saint Germain, we are grateful. We are going to do some I am work, and we are again channeling through Josh for you. So I am the opportunity. Repeat after me. I am the opportunities in my universe that are looking for me, right? I am the center of all the amazing opportunities. And I am ready for all those amazing opportunities. I am open to the opportunities that my universe wishes to present to me, for me, in love, in abundance, financially, in joy, and in peace. And I am open to all the awesomeness my universe wants to bring into my corner of planet Earth. Yeah, I'm back. So there we go, guys. Thank you. That was really good. Perfect. Because you are, I mean, they're going to come in whether you kick them down the street or not. And it's like Scotty said there. If you're anywhere ready to make a change in your universe, and start shifting into the do phase, then yeah, you will. The opportunities will show themselves. It's a matter of you grabbing them or not. And if you grab onto an opportunity, it doesn't actually turn into anything. It's not you. It wasn't the aligned opportunity. It may have been a test just to see if you're willing to do. But let's close this down. So we're gonna work with the Golden Healer, which we got from at Chloe's Crystals on YouTube, capital C, or of course Chloe's Crystals.shop on YouTube. Floyd, capital F, fam, capital F, for 15% off your purchase from Chloe's Crystals.shop. There we go. We got it right. Just got to say it slow enough, not Chloe's Shop.crystals or I end up saying it too fast and burning it up. But all right, so let's work with the Golden Healer. And of course, I am not Reiki trained, but the energy is energy. And we work with Saint Germain and we work with Archangel Raphael when we're doing this as well, as they're helping to push energies. So it's a little different than what you would normally think of as like Reiki, like Spirit Pond guy or something to that effect. And so here we go, with your permission, of course. Energy works through the internet like anywhere else. And if you missed Laura on Tuesday, I picked number 3 there. And woo, that was the most fire card I've ever seen her read. Everything's coming into alignment. Everything's amazing. Everything's abundant and joyful. And it is, because I'm allowing it to be finally. But yeah, so if you missed Laura and her pick 3, ooh, that was fire the other day. Ooh, wow, it was. There you go, Scotty boy. Yeah, that was it knocked me over. It's like, as I go like this 1, 2, and it's like 3. It was like, okay, number 3, we got you. We got you. Let spirit guide would be the channel. But all right, so yeah, we're gonna clear up. So Golden Healer, what's blocking you? We're gonna use this to clear some energies that have been sitting around for a week. So use this. We're gonna scrape off some rust from you guys. Any dangling participles, anything stuck to the root and sacral chakras that don't allow the Kundalini to rise, we're going to peel that off, get that knocked out of there. There we go. And just in general here, just a general scrubbing of the aura today. Nothing specific. If you have something going on, you can add it in. And of course, today is the new moon as well. So yeah, Scorpio new moon. So watch what you're saying, please, Scorpios. Scorpios have a tendency to, you know, any Scorpios, and I do. Scorpios are interesting cats. I love my Scorpios, but yeah. So Scorpio energy is quite different. We'll leave it at that. And so watch what you're saying, guys. You can be misconstrued with the new moon in Scorpio. And of course, guys, be open with all of your Scorpios have a tendency to do things in the shadow, or they work with their shadow more than others. They live in that shadow a lot more and come from that shadow. So Bunny knows about the Scorpio shadow there, and that's that kind of hidden side that the Scorpios have. Scorpios are quiet, can be quiet. Let me put it that way, but they have a hidden side to them. Hi, Josh and chatters. Gina. So yeah, I love my Scorpios. My last girlfriend was a Scorpio. My dad's a Scorpio too, so they got this side to them. Cancers do too. Snap with our claws. We butt heads. Yeah, I butt heads a few times with my dad, to say the least. So I had a Scorpio for dad, and then Aries as my mom. My mom's an Aries, so fire energy, right? So snappy on both ends. So yeah, you don't want, it's like David Banner. You don't want to piss me off, but can be blabbermouth with certain. This is absolutely true, to say the least. There, Bonnie. I'm mysterious as feelings deep and won't always express, and wonder why my mom, as all observed, haha, 737, mom Scorpio and dad Aries, haha. All right, we're going to seal this off here in just a few moments. We're at an hour plus here. Hour 5. Don't want to take it too long, but so yeah, so what is blocking you? We're going to scrape off anything that's hanging on your root chakra here, your sacral chakra, just your chakras in general. We're going to clean out your aura and wipe free, shoom, and clear that off. And then in 40 minutes, I will be live with Hershey, and we will do pattern readings. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the new decks, and inner child healing deck and the numbers deck. And I work with my angels with numbers all the time. But we all know Aries are never wrong. No, they're not. Nope. Never. All right, let's seal this off. Shoo, 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 shoo. Wow. Ooh. And there we go. As I seal it off, an energetic burp. Ugh. All right. So a couple things on my end before we close out. I did a couple of shorts over the week. It's just I'm so tired from work. But as I do this job, I get more into it. It gets easier. I gotta blow my nose, but it gets easier. So as I do so, you may see some channeling from me. I'm not going to guarantee anything. We will go live again tomorrow with another good dawning, but yeah, once we get past this, then we'll see where we're at. But we're not giving up the channel or anything else. It's just this is just the beginning. This is only phase one, right? So as we shift, the channel will shift. I will shift. Thank you, Josh. I'm glad to be back. I missed a few weeks. I missed you, brother. Scotty boy, I missed you. Yeah, it's great to see you here, and great for all of you guys who show up, whether you stick around the whole show or just 5 minutes and say hello and bail. I'm grateful that anybody wants to see my mug online. Yeah, so we will continue forward with good something, and it'll be good afternoon, good dawning. I would do my best to go live when I can. I could have done it yesterday. I was just exhausted, and I don't want to give you guys like an exhausted, like good dawning. Yeah, so in about 40 minutes, I'll be live with Hershey on her channel when we're doing shadow reads. So specifically your patterns, and patterns have been coming up every which way in my universe. And so we're breaking those patterns by doing differently. Now I'm learning the tact of mothering myself, which she'll let my mother mother me, but now I'm asking every question: is this appropriate? Is this not? Should I be doing this? Yay! Is this the best way to spend my money? Whatever it is. Um, I know, Bonnie. Grateful to see you guys. And it's grateful to be live. It's like I haven't been centered. I mean, I have because I have this one centered goal to find a new place in Cincinnati, move, and get my universe moving in a different direction, right? Physical direction instead of in here. Once you heal, you don't sit in here. You're interacting out there, and it's amazing. Let's see what can happen, right? All right, guys. Thank you, Bonnie. I'm grateful for all of you guys. I mean, I made it look like, and I don't want it to look this way, like I like just disappeared from Truth Wave, all of you guys. But no, it's just like all of a sudden, it's just like the outside met the inside, and it's like we got to start shifting and doing it. So I'm just grateful. All right, so let's close this out with a group hug real quick. And bear with me. I got to blow my nose. Bear with me a moment. I'm going to step up. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for not disappearing. All right, so let's close this out with a group hug, guys. And now I can speak. You ever try to speak and you got to blow your nose, and so you know what happens then, right? It's not so much fun, right? Actually, life happens. I've got to do that too. So much to do and not wanting to do it. Yeah, no kidding, Bonnie. But for me, I work best under a shotgun clock, and we got one pretty much. It's called the end of the December, so no time for love, Dr. Jones, right? So we have to start moving forward as best as we can, as fast as we can. So in this case, no time for love, Dr. Jones. No, get in right in the shorty. All right, guys. Mary, good dawning. Hershey. So yeah, we'll be live in 35 minutes. So join us. And yeah, I can't wait to get these new decks. I've been wanting new decks for a while, and of course, karmically not buying new decks, but no, are no longer going to be right. That's also all that stuff that fades away. Once you start doing, it's just like, all right. I know I can generate money now, so I'm not right because I'm right. I am the energy that generates money, right? So I can do that, and so in that aspect now, I can buy a deck of cards and not feel so out of it, so to speak. I work better that way too, but I keep pushing the expiry date. No, I can respect that. Absolutely, Bunny. Suzette, live in 35, just got back home. Yeah, I will be live on Hershey's channel, Hershey the Shadow Reader. We're going to go live. We do pattern work. We do readings. Right? Readings. So we go. There we go. But all right, guys. Suzette, love you. Mary Jean, oh, thank you. All right, guys. So keep in mind, I will be pumping out shorts for sure, because that's easy to do in between, even at work. I can pump out a short while juggling Red Bull, but I will go live when I can. But we will be live tomorrow. Tonight we are working so I'm working 2 jobs, right? I went from nothing. You see, when you start doing, the universe just keeps, attaboy, keep going. Come on, we got you. And I'm learning that it's just like it's like picking up steam. It's like cranking it up, right? So tonight we work an avalanche game at Ball Arena. So that's the hockey team. So I'll get to watch it. And tomorrow night we work nothing. We're taking the day off. Working myself, right? We got to order a pod and move stuff, and moving stuff, all that jazz, right? So cool. It's so. What's those? Janet, what did she say there? All right, Josh, I have moon decks for you. Need email, please. Okay. Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. It's in the comments as well. Okay. Okay, I just got a text, so I'll have to read that. All right, guys. So from my end here, love working at Bethel Woods as seeing the back. So it's a Mr. Floyd Channelings. There we go. Mr. Floyd, Floyd. Channel. Hey, thank you. Here, I'll pin that. Boom. Message pinned. Thank you, and thank you for the decks. God, that's so thoughtful. Thanks, guys. Suzette, love you. All right, so let's close this out, guys, with a group hug, and then 30 minutes. Hershey and I will be live, not Memorex again. And you can use that email if you want to join the Discord as well. And I know you are welcome to do so. Send me a link or an email, and I will send you a link to the Discord and the Discord family, which also includes Victor's Truth Wave Discord as well. So it kind of opens all this if you're not in that. Yeah. All right, guys. Love you all. Grateful. And so like anything, we're in a shift. And of course, what is generally comes out of a shift, better in your universe, right? We know nobody's been like, damn it, I got off my duff. I started doing things. I got my life. It just all got worse. I put into action and it doesn't happen. So there we go, guys. Love you. All right, here we go. So we take our left arm up, put it to the person on your left, and our right arm up and put it to the person to your right. And make a big huddle, like a big circle, like we see in like Super Bowl, Karen, Suki, like in the Super Bowl or like football or in a like Australian rules football or rugby, but we're not going to push each other around the field like in rugby, right? And we take our heart out of our left hand here, because heart should, well, depending on what universe you're in, your heart's here or your heart's here. But Mandela is fun with his effect, right? So we take the left arm and we put it and we spin it around. We take our heart chakra and we spin it out of our left arm and spin it around through in each and every one of us, right? Left. And it's faster and faster and faster. So we become one big heart. So each of our hearts now are merged as we spin faster into one big heart. And so our hearts, my heart, your heart, as one heart spins through each and every one of us. And we feel that love from each and every one of us. And we take that love like a reverse tornado, clink, and connect it with the greater source field of all that is, right? And we see each and every one of us in peace and love. And we see everybody in that greater source field in peace and love as well. And we see everybody hoping and realizing that there has to come a point where you have to get up and start doing, where they physically, and we see everybody in the greater source field who has been stuck in the divine feminine, stuck in the I want change, but not doing anything. Stuck in the I want to make my universe better, but not getting up and doing so. Stuck in the energies of inertia, right? Where they're not moving forward, where they get up and feel that energy and can see that in order to make that change in their universe, they have to get up. They have to surrender to the energies of the greater source field of the universe and allow the universe in surrender to take to point out the actions to take, to point the way forward, and to allow that energy of doing to come through and move forward. We see each and everybody here visualizing what they want and taking physical steps to start to create that, be it getting a job, be it putting it on paper, be it actually creating that, whatever it might be. We see each and everybody here stepping forward in the love, in the peace, in the joy that they are, in the humanity that they are, in the humans that are being and being whatever they choose to be in the energy of whatever they're looking to create. We see everybody in the greater source field putting down their fears, putting down their traumas, putting down their dramas and their excuses, and stepping up into their highest loving self today and realizing that in order to create that change, in order to put more money in the bank account, in order to physically create a move, in order to create that business, they have to physically get off their butts to do so. And we see each and everybody here standing strong in that action of doing, not the action of wishing. And with that, of course, we see Mother Gaia with no X's or O's in her sky, although you never generally see her. She might see a few O's, but generally speaking, we don't see O's in the sky. And of course, we see Mother Gaia with no forever chemicals or plastics in her waters and soil. We see each and everybody visualizing the life they want, and then physically getting up to take the actions to create it. With that, we say hallelujah. So it is, and so it shall be for today. Sealed with love. All right, guys. So yeah, email is pinned down there. Thank you so much. If you want to join the Discord as well, send me an email down there. It's not tied to, but it'll get you in if you're not in Victor's Discord as well. Or you can send him an email, but they all kind of mesh together at this point. But so yeah, guys, grateful for each and every one of you. We will be live, not Memorex, again tomorrow. And yeah, so thank you for sticking with me through the shift here, the lull in the channel while we fire up the finances here and start creating in the physical. And then once the physical's set, then we will, at least not totally set, but once we have a better schedule here, we'll get back to doing more good dawnings or good afternoons or good gracious, if nothing else. We'll do a good gracious live with good gracious tarnation, right? But we'll do something. But it's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. But well, I'm going somewhere. But Cincinnati. But is that really going anywhere? Planet Earth? Are we even really here? But that's a whole nother question. Comment, yeah, please comment as well, like and subscribe. If you're new here, please hit the bell and do all the YouTube thingies. If you want a one-on-one session, I never state this here, but if you want to have a discussion with Saint Germain, Archangel Raphael, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo, Calf Woman, or if you want to see me have a heart attack, Archangel Michael as well. Cancel the heart attack, but you get the idea. Then please email me as well at Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. We do those things here, and thanks, guys. Have a day as amazing as you are. And if you're looking for change, it doesn't come from in here. It comes from in here, not here. So you have to get it in your heart, and then you gotta get up. Why? So grateful. I thought the get up phase was doing good dawning. No, that just perpetuated good dawning. But this is the get up phase is creating a new universe, right? We're gonna go poof, and then it'll all be different. There we go. See you guys in 26 minutes. Love you guys. Thank you. Family, stay awesome. Have a great day, guys.